Hello viewers, welcome to our channel. Remember to subscribe, like and share. Today we're looking at Tentacles of Crime by Odhiambo. Don't ever judge someone else's situation. Even if you've been there yourself, it won't be the same. It's a quote by Anne Brandt. How many times do you give your victims a chance to give their side of the story? And if you do you listen to understand or to respond to them? Has it ever occurred to you that their actions might have been pushed by certain circumstances which they may have little or no control over? As human beings, do we care how deep or simple or heavy actions and reactions might affect the intended parties immediately or later? It might sound ridiculous, fine, but can we please try and understand where people are coming from before throwing stones at them? Let's take chances if possible. You never know what impact your quote-unquote small action, good or bad, might have on a fellow human. The novel revolves around a high school student who chooses to abandon his education to pursue wealth and fame. Faridi, a high school student at Makinika School, loses passion in his studies when he takes over the role of the mastermind of the notorious high school group led by a Form 4 student, Sadaka. One night at Tajika Club, their mission of overpowering a Mzungu man and fleeing with his dollars hits the wall. That night, Sadaka is arrested, his girlfriend Molly, a student from a neighboring girls' school, and other friends. They all end up hanging on the verge of expulsion from school. Fortunately, Faridi survives, but he is obsessed with riddling what befell the group, particularly his girlfriend Molly. This forces him to choreograph students' unrest and he is expelled. Having come from a very poor background, Faridi ends up with this as a stumbling block for his uncertain future. He turns to crime, busies himself with odd jobs, believing he'll break the poverty circle in his family. He witnesses a great deal of ills and injustices around him, including a mob lynching of his friend Stephen and his family's mistreatment by his uncle, and the area sub-chief which cost his grandmother's life, the arrest and imprisonment of his mother. However, Faridi chooses not to face back. He believes that the quest for justice will be futile without money, as it's the societal norm. Through his criminal dealings, he believes he'll be able to hunt down Molly and have his mother pardoned. One day, he makes a decision to travel to the coast with an attempt to meet Molly. The two, that is Faridi and Sadaka, miraculously end up reuniting, not as students, but established criminals. Sadaka, who now calls the shots of his father a smuggler and a drug trafficker, influences him to join him in the hunt of an Asian fugitive drug trafficker, Mr. Ishmael Sankar, who had double-crossed his father. On board are other two criminals on police radar who are undermined, having the naive Faridi on the team. But Sadaka cements his position, believing that with Faridi, everything can happen in his favor. He consequently hands him a bundle of notes and a chance to see Molly since he had known of her whereabouts. The meeting between Faridi and the love of his life, Molly, however, ends up in tears. It is revealed that Molly had been battling a deadly heart disorder, leaving her body washed and her foot in the grave. This frustrates Faridi. He offers to join Sadaka in this team, more convinced that he has nothing to lose if the worst eventuality happens. The mission is a success before the cops intercede and the crew ends up in a fatal road accident which leaves all dead apart from Faridi, who escapes narrowly with life-threatening injuries. He regains his consciousness in hospital under a tight security awaiting his recovery. As fate would have it, a silver lining appears in his sky when his case is brought before an international justice agency led by Blessing Law. His mother is acquitted. The scoffers of justice, that is Sadaka's father, Faridi's uncle, and the area sub-chief, and the school principal are apprehended. He also earns a scholarship and gets another chance in Makinika School, swearing to detest crime wholeheartedly. But at least, above all, someone takes a chance on him. Thus he becomes who he is. Thank you. Bye bye for now. It's the best read for teenagers, parents, and all those people love reading. Bye for now.